Hey guys, welcome back here to the Fishing Teacher, and appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a little bit and checking the video out. And guys, we're going to be talking about the old Zoom Horny Toad today. Going to give you guys some tips and advice on how I like to rig it, which is a lot different than a lot of people rig them. Types of areas they work in, how you know how to put action on them, how to generate strikes on them, how to set the hook on them, and definitely think it's going to add up to some good fish for you guys, because the Horny Toad is a topwater bait, and a lot of people have a very sort of a limited perception on the situations it works in, but it is a very versatile bait. And I'm going to go over the different scenarios and types of techniques that I like to use on it. Definitely think it's going to add some quality fish for you guys. Also, guys, a couple quick housekeeping tips. I want to remind you that the Kastking, they've only got 2 more days left on their sale on this ALTI bait cast reels. This is a brand new model Kastking came out with. I've been fishing it now for about a week. Absolutely love it. It's one of the, in fact, I think it's the only reel that has a full, true titanium spool in it. Featherweight light, 11 ball bearings. It's got that Vortex magnetic drag system on it, guys. It's next to impossible to backlash. But right now, they've got that sale going on, $199. It's regularly $229. And also, guys, I will have that link in the description to order them through Kastking. And they gave me a promo code. If you use the promo code Randy10, you get another 10% off. So you get 10% off plus the sale that's going on, ends at the end of March here. So a couple days left on that. So appreciate that. And also, guys, thank you very much for everybody that has supported the channel here by, using all the links in the description, contacting me for an on the water lesson, subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, the Zoom Horny Toad is a staple, man. It's been around forever. I mean, it's like, 20 years or more. It's been catching fish. And originally, the bait was sort of considered a shallow vegetation lure, which, that it does work great in shallow vegetation. The uniqueness of a horny toad, if you've never fished it, it's a buzz toad, but it's got a very subtle buzz to it. The tails on it, you got the little, the buzz tails on it, but it's just like, blip, 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 blip. It's very, very subtle. And if you get in the right situation, guys, those giant fish will hammer this thing. There's a lot of other buzz type frogs that have a more aggressive tail on it that puts out more action. But the horny toad, the thing that makes it unique is it's very subtle for a topwater, and that's very appealing to the bigger fish. So I want to talk about how I rig it and, the type of tackle. And then I want to talk about the different scenarios where this thing works very good. Okay, now, first of all, a lot of people, they rig a horny toad like this. They use an EWG hook, and they just come in like this with it and rig it up here. Come all the way through and fish it like that. Now, you don't want to fish it like this unless you absolutely have to. If you're fishing thick vegetation, you got to fish it like this, weedless. But I'm going to show you a better way to hook it, to get more hookups on it. You're going to lose a lot of fish like this. You got, one of the reasons, you've got a lot of plastic here. It's a fairly hard plastic, and I don't know, I just lose a lot of fish when I rig it with an EWG hook. But like I said, if you're fishing it over lily pads or grass, you got to do that. That's just part of it. But the way that I prefer to rig it, and actually the way I prefer to fish it is in more open water, is I take this straight shank Gamakatsu Finesse worm hook. We've been talking about this a lot. I'll link this in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of the video here, guys. You want to get like the 5/0 hook, 5/0 Gamakatsu Finesse heavy cover worm hook. And then what I do with it is I'm going to come through the bottom side of it. Doesn't really matter. I just like to come through the bottom side. I'll explain to you why it doesn't matter. Come all the way down to where the tail splits down there. And then you're going to come out and you're going to have the hook exposed completely. Guys, this right here, if you can fish it like this, your hookup ratio will just go through the roof. You hardly ever miss one like this. Sometimes I'll even put a little small trailer hook on it, which even gives you better odds with it. But this is how you want to fish it if you can. And also, guys, when you fish it like this, when you cast it, sometimes when it hits the water and you start reeling it, it'll come across the water with the hook up, and then the next time you'll cast it, and it'll come through the water with the hook down. Don't sweat it, doesn't make any difference. I prefer it with the hook down, but you can't really, it's just the way it lands. It flips back, and it doesn't flip back and forth, but the way that it lands in the water is that either runs hook up or hook down. Nevertheless, they're both the same. It doesn't hurt the action any. So here's what I want to talk about as far as where I fish this thing, as far as rigging it like this. The Horny Toad, in my opinion, is an excellent bait, topwater bait, to throw just in open water situations, like the same place that you throw a Spook or a buzzbait or any other topwater. Just down rocky banks, around the edges of cover, open water, anywhere you get a topwater bite, a buzz toad is an excellent bait for that open water. And most people don't equate this. Every time they think about a horny toad, they're thinking about throwing it over vegetation. Guys, I've caught so many good fish on a horny toad, just buzzing it down the bank, open water bank fishing. A lot of different water visibilities too, stained water, clear water. Surprisingly, it works really, really good in clear water. Now there's 3 different colors that I use based upon the condition. The white one here is the one I use for a little bit off-colored water, or if it's cloudy. Cloudy, rainy, off-colored water, I like the white, works really good. If I'm fishing in a clear water situation, say the water visibility is over 3 feet or so, sunshine, I really like this baby bass pattern. It's a lot more subtle, a little bit more neutral there. Caught a ton on this baby bass pattern. And also, if it's a little bit cleaner, like the water visibility, say over 2.5 or 3 feet, and you have a cloudy day, that's when I like black. So I've got 3 different colors. I got white, black, and a baby bass. And also, guys, I will link my Horny Toad link and my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of this video if you guys would like to pick up a couple there. But main thing, guys, another thing with it is I throw the Horny Toad normally on a like a 7 foot 2 inch medium heavy bait caster. I use that Megabass Perfect Pitch, and I also fish it on monofilament. I don't use it on braided line. I like the way it fishes with fluorocarbon better, because I don't miss the fish. And if I'm fishing around heavy cover, like if I'm reeling it slow through lily pads or something, I might use braided line, like a 30-pound braided line. But most of the time, I'm fishing it like on 17-pound test Seaguar and Vizix fluorocarbon in those more open water situations. But the thing I just wanted the main thing about this video, guys, I wanted to clue you in on is try rigging it like this with the hook exposed and fish it just down the bank. You don't have to throw it around any type of cover. Just go down a rocky bank, or, next to a dock or whatever. Same place you throw a Spook or a buzzer or something like that. And it works the best. This is the best situation for it, guys, on a calm situation. You want, the cloud cover doesn't really matter that much because you can use different colors. But since it is a subtle blah, 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 a subtle sound on it, it works better in a calm situation or a very, very light breeze. It doesn't work any good if the wind's blowing hard. So anyway, guys, hope it helps you catch some good ones. We'll talk later.